Dear student, today we are concentrate on a promotion in a public administration. A promotion system is provided in public personnel administration to build up of efficiency and morale in an organization. Civil service is a career service. So keep the employment efficiency. Some incentives are required. The greatest incentive to employees is a promotion from one post to another next higher post. Every civil servant has want to adopt the civil service. The career is quite interested to make quick promotion. The meaning of promotion. Promotion essentially means giving a person's higher duties and responsibilities. The term promotion is derived from the Latin word promovers, which means moving forward. It also means declare a person in a rank or evaluate him. Promotion means an appointing from a given position to a position to higher grade involving a change of duties of more difficult type of work and greater responsibilities. This is called as a promotion. What is the importance of promotion? Unless there is a regular and scientific promotion system, the organization may fail to attract the competent person and also may lose those who are already joined the civil service. An organization get its personnel through recruitment, but retains its personnel through the promotion. Absence of promotion may tempt the civil servant to leave the public sector and join the private sector. Promotion is much a need of the organization of the employees. Then qualification for eligibility to promotion. All types of civil service, it is divided into personal qualification and second one is a service status. First one is personal qualification. Personal qualification of the candidate will mean that the candidate concerned must have certain minimum educational standard, professional training, experience, physical fitness, social and other qualities. Each post has its own educational and other requirement. The requirement of higher posts are usually higher to the those of a lower one. Then second one is service status. It is another factor determine the eligibility for promotion. Promotion is not the appointment of an employee in the lower post to a much higher one. It means a raising of a person from the lower step of the hierarchical ladder to the step immediately higher. For this, an employee should have some status in the service which invites him to go from lower to the higher job. He should be capable, intelligent, and experienced in service. Then, principle of the promotion. The seniority principles they are the principle of seniority and the principle of merit. Seniority principle. Seniority means the length of the service of an employee in a particular grade. According to this principle, those employees who have not put in a long years of service in the department have gained the considerable experience are promoted. It is simple and the automatic. This principle as a method of promotion in government service is widely prevalent in most countries. This principle is followed in a both government and private organization because its simplicity and other practical advantages. First one, it is objective since it is easy to find out seniority of an employee. Second one, senior man is more experienced. The organization is not required to spend money for training of the employees working in a lower job. Next, it keeps the employee satisfied and provide an incentive to put in more labor. Next, it is a system under the politicians or others cannot interfere too much because every employee is to get promotion on the basis of length of his service with organization. Next, since the promotion are one equality and justice principle, the morale of the employee is expected to be high. Next, demerits. What are the demerits in the seniority? Defects of the seniority principles. There are guarantee that a senior employee will be more competent or uh, meritorious, the more competent and meritorious. If seniority alone is the basis of promotion, then employees do not make any effort of a self improvement. This system kills the initiative of the juniors who will always feel that even their better work can give them a chance of promotion. It is based on certain wrong nation that all persons are fit for promotion on the basis of seniority, which is not correct. There is also a danger incompetent person began to occupy higher jobs. The reputation and efficiency of organization will seriously suffer. The merit principle. According to the principle, promotion are made on the basis of qualification and the achievement. Under this system, only the most meritorious or the best qualified person should be selected for promotion. This system secure capable employees to the job, provides due incentive to the efficiency and hard-working person, and thus build up the morals and efficiency of the department. Methods of testing the merit. The adoption of merit principle present a very difficult problem. Is devising a suitable method of testing of the merit of candidate for promotion. If a suitable method is discovered, then the system may lose its utility. There is a three main methods. Is the promotional examination, open competitive examination, limited competitive examination, and pass the examinations. All these are included in the personal judgment of the head of the department, open competitive examination, and the limited competitive examination and pass examination, then personal judgment of the head of the department. The head of the department will make the assessment of the merit of the employee who are close connect with the problems. Then service records and efficiency rating. It is a system of the under the efficiency of an employee is rated after taking into the consideration of the certain factors. Big organization head of the office is not a direct touch with the employees. Immediately officers are required to comment on the work on the basis of their daily performance. Example about this intelligence, conduct, behavior, power of understanding, interest of the work, extent, nature of the operation. All these are included in service record and efficiency rating. There are three types of efficiency rating in the United: production record and graphic record rating sale and personality inventory. All these are included in the promotion sector. Then morale. Morale, generally speaking, in the positive state of mind in the individual employee or group of employees in respect to the work and work environment. Morale as an individual as well as a group of institutional aspect. The two are interactive, one sustaining and stimulating the other. It is individual aspect morale refers to consisting positive understanding and appreciation to the work or organization and all these systems. The term morale is usually qualified with either high or low. High morale manifesto itself is a higher productivity. Then importance. The term morale was first applied in military circle during the First World War. It has become increasingly important since 1920 in industrial and the 1930 in public administration. Now, studies in personal management, studies by psychologists, human relation, movement in emphasized the importance of morale. There is an essential interrelationship between morale and efficiency of an organization. Higher the morale, higher the efficiency and productivity. Without it, both production and harmony in the organization suffer. Morale is a self-stimulating incentive created within the minds and heart of the workers. It includes them to far superior efforts in their respective field of work than greed of money or fear of punishment does. It adds force and energy. It makes for the achievements. Means of improving morale on factor build up morale in a civil service. First one is a team spirit. The first element of making morale in public service is the continued as a production team instead of official hierarchy. It is a function under the team spirit rather than the line of authority. This can be fostered to the de-emphasizing the hierarchical and the authoritarian element in the administration. Then second one is good service condition. Good service condition contributed greatly to the development of employees' morale, the most important of them in the creation of the career service. The employees must be able to feel that they have an opportunity to make a career of their work. Then fair treatment. The fair treatment of employees by the superior naturally affects them favorably. The superior officers must be impartial in dealing with the employees, candid confidence of the impartiality, integrity, and the good intentions of one's official supervisors in a very important factors in the employees' morale. When the officers are suspected of favoritism, corruption, and such other malpractices, employees get demoralized and indisciplined. Then, good leadership. Good and stimulating leadership can greatly highlight the morale. It is the top officers must become a leader instead of a boss or commander. Commander, he should set an example through his behavior. A great leader by a dynamic personality and administrative character will lead the indisciplined spirit of the subordinate. Then professional code of ethics. Employee morale is also firstly development of the professional code of the ethics. Then adjustment of the grievances, methods of resolving the grievances, settlement of the disputed, all these are included in this. Then contented rewards, monetary rewards is a promotion of employment morale, payment of adequate salary, keep the employee above want. In addition to pay, the employee must be given certain benefits like DA, HRA, and medical aid, all these are. Then welfare measures, employee welfare scheme like housing, medical benefits, educational facilities, and children canteen, sports club, credit facilities, safety measures all are useful to the positive attitudes among the employees. Then rotation of the job. Job rotation helps to reduce an employee's burden, raise the monotonous of their work. Then loyalty to the nation. The public service should to themselves establish high tradition to loyalty to the nation's devotion to the work and a very high sense of integrity and social service. This is all about the morale. Then conduct and discipline. Every organization, public or private, has a certain rules and regulations governing the conduct or behavior of the employees, human nature, and blend of the voice. The conduct to the rules of the maintenance of the good behavior towards superior and loyalty to the state, protection of the integrity of the officials, observance of the certain codes and ethics of the officials, private and domestic life, regulation of political activities of officials, regulations. Then government servant conduct the rules in India. In India, conduct the rules of the government servant have the recently considered signified view, every number of service, maintainity, integrity, and devotion to duty. Next, no government servant shall expert with the previous sanction and the government engage directly or indirectly in a trade or business and undertake any employment. Then government servants are forbidden to participate in politics or to criticize the government through public spheres, press and politicians. The civil servant must observe the official secrecy. Then discipline is a system, rules of exercise, control of conduct of the include a sense of devotion to the duty among the employees. The intervention of the duty, traditions, laziness, carelessness, and the loss of property, inefficiency, insubordination, intoxication, immorality, lack of integrity. Then types of the disciplinary actions, the censure and withholding of the increment of promotion, including the stoppage of the efficiency. Then removal of the service from the not disqualified to the future employment. The dismissal of the service ordinarily disqualified from the future employment. This is a very serious case of offense, criminal provision under the launch. This is the various disciplinary actions also taken by the government officials to improve these developments.